This is part 2 of the review of the syllabus. So I scrolled down to course requirements, assignments, and markings. Probably the most important part that you have the most interest in learning more about. We're going to begin with grading. There are 7 weighted components to your final grade. Any course requirement not completed by its final due date will result in a 0 grade for that component of your final grade. So you want to make sure that you get your assignments in and complete them on time. Online research and activities. It says students will apply for a Woksapitipi library card, and you might want to do that. You can go to the internet and go to OLC, the library, and most of you know how to do this. Let's see if we can just do it really quick here, and if it will do this for me. Oglala Lakota College. Once there, once the image pulls up here, we want to go to services, I believe, and Woksapitipi, and somewhere on there, I didn't practice this, but once we select the Woksapitipi, there should be a place in here that you apply for an email account. If not, the email to the Graduate Studies is right here, and you might want to let them know that you how to apply for an email or a library card. Most of you probably already have that, so I'm going to drop that out of here now. And let's see, we're going to go back to the course blogger. So assigned readings. Each student will complete all assigned readings from the text and supplementary materials as specified and assigned by the instructor. For a lot of times on the blog, I'll have you do extended readings related to the course content. Now I want to go up to make sure that we have that on here. Course reading selections. So that's found over here. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 right currently reading selections that you will want to know about and read throughout the course, and I may add more once we go a little further into the course here. Okay, you will want to use proper grammar, formatting, and sentence structure in APA style, including citations and references. And this is an expectation of graduate work, no matter where you go, that you need to do this. Research may be conducted both in class and out of class. I do believe if you haven't gotten a Grammarly account, you may want to do so. I do believe over here somewhere, if you go here, it says Grammarly setup. If you click there, it will give you the information of how to set up a Grammarly account. I highly encourage you to do so, and do not hand anything into me, any assignments into me that you have not previously checked through Grammarly. So you want to create a Grammarly account ASAP if you haven't done so already. Go back to the syllabus where we were, scroll down to where we left off. Assignment readings. Each student will complete all assigned readings from the text and supplementary materials as specified and assigned by the instructor. And that's where each student will complete class preparation to synthesize any aspect of the assignment reading in the form of written and oral analysis. If there are questions about the readings, bring those to class. Students are required to integrate reading materials and lectures into their daily assigned coursework, discussions, and strategic plan as supporting evidence. And later in this class, I'll show you where to find scholarly work. Most of you should already be familiar of what scholarly work is. And I want to check something really quick just to see if I did put a video up here on what is scholarly work or not. No, I didn't. But later, I do know in the Graduate Studies Research and Writing resource blog, I can show you where to find that. So let's go back. Where were we? Participation in classwork. Students will be expected to attend and participate in all class activities and discussions. Individual or group activities may be assigned for completion in class. These may include exercises related to assigned readings, discussions of topics being covered in class, oral reports, or in-class research. When in class presentations are made, the use of PowerPoint is an expectation. If you don't know how to use PowerPoint, I suggest that you learn. There's probably several helpful videos out there at YouTube that could give you assistance with that. Students will also utilize the Lakota language in their classrooms. So you want to, in your classroom work, you want to make sure that you include the Lakota language. I suggest in your writing assignments that you translate at least 4 English words into Lakota words. You will be expected to integrate your knowledge of Lakota leadership within the classroom. Students will practice Lakota values of respect, generosity, and humility in the classroom between colleagues and community. Students must become prepared to class and participate in class discussions. Students will collectively read the entire textbook through assigned chapters and reports. Each student will be assigned 1 chapter per week. The chapters will be read, studied, and analyzed. And I don't know for sure if we'll do that specifically, but we'll do something very similar to that. It says a total of 10 points per week will be assigned. 5 points for participation, 5 points and 5 points for attendance. If you miss more than 30% of the class, you will not receive your 10 points. So please make every effort to attend. So, chapter critique and weekly assignments. You will be expected to write weekly. And it says the purpose of this activity is to trace the evolution of traditional and contemporary leadership, review values, belief systems, and lifestyles to formulate their leadership disposition, meaning yours, compare, contrast traditional leadership and contemporary leadership roles and responsibilities, analyze your leadership to determine the impact on society, and critique the values and attitudes of effective leaders and decision makers. So it says each student is required to read and present a chapter critique to class. Each student will hand in a written critique of his or her report, typewritten, double-spaced, in memorandum form with proper APA citation. Written piece must be clear, concise, and turned in before each presentation, and that's worth 20 points, and a total of 16 chapters equals 320 points. Now, it says here specifically what I'll be looking for in your writing. That may change. That depends on the students, I do believe, and where exactly we're going with the course and the course content. In the past, I have used the following a 3-2-1 response reaction format. This includes 3 responses to a topic of interest from a reading selection for the week. Following the topic of interest, you'll include 2 responses which you can relate to. Finally, you will provide 1 question in relation to the chapter readings. You will finalize your 3-2-1 responses with references. So what that means, at the end of that written assignment, your 3-2-1, you'll also include any references that you've used. Chapter presentation and weekly assignments. It says the purposes of this activity is practice Lakota values of respect, courage, humility, and generosity in the classroom. It is to provide experience in using the Lakota language in classroom and between colleagues. It is an expectation of graduate work that all presentations be in PowerPoint form. The PowerPoint must be turned in via email and are submitted in Moodle. And we're not doing Moodle, so that needs to be taken off here. Presentations should not last more than 10 minutes. Presentations will be held during the first part of class, so please be on time. And this might be difficult because we have so many students in the class that I may change that. And I'm going to remind you here is that modifications within the syllabi is up to the instructor's decisions. And I'm seeing if we have, I believe, 11 students in this class, that's going to take us an awful lot of time for everyone to do a presentation. So you want to make sure that you listen, because I will probably change that requirement, which is going to affect the overall point system of the course. If we do presentations, we will follow the 3-2-1 response reaction format. Okay? In this class, you will create an individual development plan, and the purpose of this activity is to review your values, your belief systems, and lifestyles, to formulate your leadership disposition, and to critique the values and attitudes of effective leadership, which we'll do in this course, and decision making, and to assist with the designing of a strategic plan component that supports the individual development plan, and vice versa. So this is worth a total of 100 points. With the IDP, you will also do an IDP presentation, and both of these are the finals for your course. Students will report on their documented research projects to demonstrate the use of historical, contemporary, and future perspectives within the contents of Lakota Social Org. Each circle member will represent a section of the documentary research activity. Each student is required to use the Lakota language in their presentations as an introduction. So we'll follow Lakota protocol. It says you will have 10 minutes to present their actions via PowerPoint, and that also is worth 100 points. Components of a strategic plan, and it says the purpose of this activity is to design a strategic plan component that supports the student leadership style. Students will identify major strategic planning components such as institutional mission statement, vision, and objectives, and the type of evaluation used to measure the effectiveness of a nonprofit or for-profit agency. Students will review different types of strategic planning methods. We'll do a SWOT, logical models, etc. And you will design major components of a strategic plan for a nonprofit or profit agency. This framework can be theoretical or use existing information and existing nonprofit agencies, and that's worth 300 points. Final, it says that there's a comprehensive examination, and that is kind of up in the air. We may or we may not. And it says it will be a take-home, but I do believe that you will be doing an individual development plan, which is inclusive of a strategic plan, and also a PowerPoint presentation that, in my opinion, that's significant enough for this course. So we'll discuss that a little bit further.